Minnesota native is back on American soil this morning.
He has landed in Washington, D.C. after being evacuated by the U.S. State Department from Afghanistan. Jay Lawrence is a Redwood Falls High School graduate who served with the Minnesota National Guard's 34th Military Infantry Division in Iraq. For the past 3.5 years, he's worked in Kabul as a civilian journalist with the U.S. newspaper Stars and Stripes. He told our Reg Chapman how he managed to get out before Kabul fell.
Being out in the city, everyone was just not only sad, not only scared about the future, but they were just hopeless. A lot of people just had no hope.
Jay Lawrence says he couldn't believe how quickly the dynamic changed in Afghanistan once American troops started to leave. He and his colleagues were on the fence about exiting the country they called home for the past 3.5 years.
And then just a whole bunch of dominoes fell, and we needed to go now. We were hoping to go around August 31st or September 1st, but no, once the provinces started falling, we knew that we had to leave.
Lawrence was amongst the lucky ones, evacuated by the State Department along with people who worked inside the U.S. Embassy in Kabul.
I said a lot of goodbyes that weren't very good at all. I felt sadder after each one. I knew that, you know, like, all I could say was I hope things get better and I hope things are fine, and that was all I could give them.
He knew many Afghans felt trapped, no way out by air, and all border checkpoints out of the country now controlled by the Taliban.
I really hope that people keep in mind that I and many other Americans were able to get out, but there's a lot of Afghans who were who believed in the United States' mission in Afghanistan, who are still stuck there and are at great risk of retribution from the Taliban.
Once back in country, television gave him a front row seat to what he left behind.
It was like a deluge of like awful images. No clean end, just a very sad, messy exit.
His heart goes out to his comrades he served with in Iraq who also served in Afghanistan. He hopes they find peace in the role they played in nation building and the lives they touched. Lawrence knows they will need help in processing what did and did not happen in Afghanistan.
I hope that there is someone that they can reach out to, or someone can reach out to them.
Reg Chapman, WCCO 4 News.
As Reg mentioned, there are going to be service members who need help in processing what they experienced while deployed. And there are resources out there to help. You can contact your unit commander, or there's a veteran crisis line at 800-273-8255.